to another podcasting from Beyond the Grave, where we unbox the loot that we have acquired from our local Walmarts and Targets and GameStops and
wherever you buy toys.
Yeah, wherever, or the order off the web. Today we seem to be doing some Star Wars. We've got little figures and we got big figures, and we have original figures. Or is that original? Is that original Darth Vader?
Yes. We went into the difference between vintage and retro before, so we'll just demonstrate visually.
So is that your Tiny Vader, or has that been collected over time?
No, he's been rebought over time. That's not one I had as a kid. But this is that's a 77 vintage Vader. And we just brought him out just for comparison.
Yes, I love his stick of dynamite saber. Laser sword.
Get the weight on the end of it.
With the wick intact.
So turn into a Looney Tunes cartoon. Alright, what do we want to open first?
Oh.
Heck, let's start with Vader then.
Okay. This is from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. The only reason I bought this was just because, yes, it's. I don't think I have bought any new. What is it? 3 3/4 figures since Phantom Menace, or the re-release of.
Oh wow!
That's the last time that I bought any of this style or size Darth Vader, and I thought it might be interesting to compare, since I have not seen these in so long. We do have a cloth cape, not a plastic cape. We do have a lightsaber in here, but it's got a hilt on it, like a samurai sword.
No, that looks exactly like the lightsaber that the original Kenner Bespin Luke came with.
Oh, okay.
The factory Kenner.
So it didn't come out his sleeve of his arm, but the articulation is interesting.
I love the red eyes.
Well, if we look, see, here's the original Kenner Bespin.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I mean.
Yep, sure is.
That's what they did.
That's interesting. But comparatively, wow, that's amazing. His belt is way high. We have the extra cloak that he wore around his waist that has been sculpted into his legs. We don't have any other articulation on the arm, except it is a 5-point articulation. I thought that they did some.
They're calling it a retro figure, but it doesn't, and they're not even trying to make it exactly like the vintage Vader. Well, I believe they have released a vintage retro Vader that looks exactly like that one.
Yeah. Well, this
one's
the red eyes is like the original. I think it was always in the movie. His lenses were slightly red. You could see that.
Yeah, they really
punched that up for this particular figure.
I like the soft goods cape on him.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Some people prefer the vinyl capes. But
yeah. That's so wild, that sword is.
No, I like that cape better. It's got a good gloss on it where it shines.
Yeah. I don't particularly like the red eyes on him myself.
It's a little overpowering.
Yes.
It's definitely a nice detail to it, though.
Yeah. This will probably go to my work and sit on my desk. And let people go, oh, you like Star Wars? yeah, I do. Is that your toy? Is that from the... No, it's not.
And you're standing next to him. He's a tad bit bigger, yeah.
Is he? He's a tad bit?
Yeah, not by much though, if anything. Get the high waters on.
Here, let's go now to...
Oh, Dad Bod Boba Fett.
Since we're doing all these comparisons, we're going to bring out The original Killer.
Yes.
Boba Fett.
I wanted, which I'd still like to find in the Black Series, where he had gone back and he repainted his outfit. Is what I was going for. But I just happened to see this and I thought, he comes with a bunch of stuff. It's like, let's just go ahead and get him. It looks like he can put his helmet on him. This is before Boba Fett turned into a wuss.
Oh, who's that blaster?
Right,
That
like a
blaster's-
Bacta.
Oh, is that the original blaster too? Didn't that get eaten by the carpet?
All my Kenner figures are 100% original. Nothing wrong with repro. But,
Nope.
I don't want repro accessories with mine.
We get a gun.
Gonna blast you.
We get a helmet. It almost looks like the size of one of the Lego helmets.
Kinda, don't it?
An extra blaster.
Hey, you.
And we got in there. Let me get this other gun out.
I don't know what is the obsession with Disney Star Wars wanting to take the helmets off the cool looking guys.
Because it's in their contract. As an
You know
actor, I
what?
need to show my face in a moat
People need
whenever
to know
I'm
this is me.
like a bantha.
People need to know this is
another-
me.
Also, what it was is originally Boba Fett wasn't meant to carry a series. He was just a supporting character.
Right.
So obviously the Jeremy Bullock, the British actor that played Boba originally, didn't care about showing his face,
Right.
and we loved him more for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the costume is what made Boba
Yeah.
so beloved, and then we seem like we're taking away the costume a lot.
Now, this, if you look, has loads. So, that Vader said retro.
Yes, that's the retro collection, so he's
But-
5 points of articulation.
This is still in 3 3/4,
But it's the vintage collection.
and it has quite a bit of posability. We have got,
Well, they're two different lines.
yes, I just now saw that his legs, so you can put them on a bantha if you wanted to. We've got
Or a
knee
Rancor.
joints. We've got ankle joints.
Put him in the bath.
Yep.
Right, Mr. Ducky.
How well does this helmet fit on him?
I tried putting it on his head. It seemed kind of tight. I wasn't going.
Well,
Oh, there you go.
that kind of fits.
And here's his other pistol.
We got jetpack is too bad it don't go. You can't shoot a missile out of it. But yeah, this is,
Nothing against Tamar Morrison, but he looks so much better with the helmet on.
yes, he does.
That's about all more.
That's
But man, that classic Boba figure is so
Yes.
freaking cool, though.
yep.
There's just something about it.
That's pretty amazing. And
Yes,
this
it is
has got
shot.
quite a bit of detail for being as small as it is, I think.
How the blasters have changed.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's tooling and, how can you sculpt
Well, they
these?
used that blue Bespin blaster for about
900 figures.
for more than a few.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But I'm very, I hate to say this, I'm pretty impressed with that and the amount of articulation that's with it. I'm pretty impressed with that figure. The coloring looks nice. That's the coloring I wanted. I almost don't even care if I get a Black Series version of that ever.
He said, "Now you ain't got to take the helmet off."
Yeah, and leave the helmet on.
I'm not going to buy a Black Series version. I'm only getting classic Boba in Black Series,
Okay.
which is why
Cute.
I had to get the one we have back here.
Sounds like you were leading to something.
Almost. And yeah, I missed out on the deluxe one in the Return of the Jedi packaging.
So
Earlier.
the deluxe one in the bigger box, it
gotta
was
be the
like
same
40,
figure, isn't it?
45.
Was he?
I think so. And he come with he come with the same stuff, everything there. This may be new, I'm not sure, but everything else, he had the rockets and everything.
Well, this wasn't that much, though.
And a lot of
What's
people
the
were just
difference?
like, you know, another $20 just for blasting effects. At least that's what I recall. I could be wrong on that.
Well, no, and this is the alternate. So this is the retro 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi packaging, and this was, you know, back in the Kenner days. This was the second photo that they used for Boba Fett, because the original one, he's just standing there with the starry background that we all know. But this one, so on a vintage, the original vintage card with this is pretty rare, and it's really valuable. So it's really cool. I thought it was great just that they used this one instead of the first original Boba packaging. So let's
look at the size of the hole in the top. Did you just notice that?
Oh, the
peg. The peg hole. It's a massive.
It's a good trick you had to kind of keep the card back a little more intact.
Yeah. On the back, it's just showing some of the other, Jedi line that's coming out, which he's still out on the peg, 3 series backs probably. Lando, because he's out on the archive
Now,
line.
see, I've got 4 Biker Scouts, so as much as I love the Biker Scout, I'm not going to buy another one. I've got Han, I've got Leia, and Wicket is on pre-order, but I've got that Lando too.
I can't believe
so
he's going to be $25.
it won't be any of the others. Well,
For that small of it, it's just like the Jawa. Why can't they put more crap with them?
well, that one Jawa, they were pricing at $34 because he came with the one from the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah.
Just because he comes with some little widget that he's selling Obi-Wan. I thought that was, you know, and those things sat there until they were clearance. Well, they should.
Got the flamethrower flame. That's pretty boss.
I mean, I like this. I like the grappling
Oh,
hook.
that is nice. That's worth $20, right?
He's 30. He's got his trusty jetpack. We've got
So you can get a Jedi Luke and then wrap them up with the lasso there.
I'm thinking that. Here we go.
You can react the scene where he goes and runs into Jabba's skiff and bounces off.
Indeed, you can.
Oh, that's cool.
And we have some blast effects from underneath the jetpack. He doesn't really like
He's
to
got
stay on.
2 guns. I didn't know he had 2 guns.
He's a pistol packing for sure. There you go. Please flames back in his front.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, where? Well, this is what I think of though when I see Boba Fett. And,
Yes. Yeah.
So actually, this is the best one.
I love the head pivot on it.
Yeah.
Moves from side to side and up and down a little bit.
Does his helmet come off?
No.
No.
And if we go all the way back in time
Was that first?
to the original Black Series, this is the. You know what? And he's still pretty great looking.
Yeah.
This was the.
There is plenty of extra detail on
If
it.
you remember, Black Series Wave number 2.
Wow.
Wave number 1 was R2, Luke, Darth Maul, and the Sand Trooper. Wave number 2 was Boba, Han, Leia, Slave Leia, also called Monkey Face.
Yes.
Who's now worth a lot of money, and Greedo.
His armbands. 2 different colors.
Well, this is Return of the Jedi Boba, and I believe this is Empire Strikes Back Boba.
So he got new armbands somewhere.
His costume was different in both movies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just like Vader changed.
He's got a little bit. Yes, I will say yes on that.
And then also in the show, his
Yes.
outfit is changed too. With the dark on the leg colors,
Yeah.
other than the tan or
So
gray.
the emblem is bigger, it's smaller there. We have plastic. Oh Lord!
And we know that this one's not a reproduction. They haven't got around to redoing this line yet. I doubt they ever will.
all kinds of bubbles going
You can
on.
see
That's
the evolution
incredible. Wow.
Yeah, this guy was great.
So his armbands are red and yellow. So that would be a Jedi version.
Well, no, he came out before. This toy came out before Return of the Jedi did. This is a 1980 Empire Strikes Back
Okay.
Boba. Well, that is interesting. Why they chose.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to look at the
Well, children like fun colors, so we'll just change the colors.
movie
I
photos.
like how the emblem it was really small.
It's the same, almost the same size as that one, and
Yeah.
that one's even larger.
Yeah, how many people have got this tattooed on them at this point?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's awesome. Now that's a comparison right there.
Yeah, and this was all long before the word Mandalorian was even thought of.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain the origin of Star Wars to
Yeah.
younger people, but if you were
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
it makes sense in your mind.
Continue to evolve. Right.
Yeah.
Had to be that kind of thing.
Had to be there, kids.
Still cringe when I hear people refer to 77 Star Wars as A New Hope.
Yes.
'Cause it
Because it
wasn't called
was no,
that.
it was just Star Wars.
It was just Star Wars.
Yep.
I never heard anybody refer to it as it was Star Wars, then Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the
I'm
Jedi.
gonna say it was-
Nobody called it A New Hope.
Yeah.
Until the late 90s. Or
I hated
something.
New Hope. I never watched it. I watched it once in a great while, but Empire and Jedi, I watched that over and over and over and over again.
77 Star Wars is like 78 Halloween. It could have been a self-contained film. It had an
Yeah,
ending.
yeah,
It,
yeah.
it could have just stopped.
Could've
It
just
would have been
stopped.
fine.
And wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something?
Let's go back in
What-
time and stop everything
What?
from ever having a sequel.
What would your life be like? Would it be sad?
Possibly better.
I have a lot more
We'd
money.
A lot more money. Yeah.
Time not
And
wasted.
space.
There would be no ride it like a bantha. Ride the bank.
Lots of terrible things would not exist. And some really good things would not exist, like Empire
Yes.
Strikes Back.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That was cool. All right. Thanks for watching. And hearing somebody talk about Star Wars one more time.
I think that's